Hello boys and girls. Today I want to show you how to speed up your PC and reduce things like wait time for all the startup applications to load. First thing you want to do is go to Task Manager. I'm going to try to zoom in there for you. I'm using a Bay Trail quad core, but any multiple core processor which you want to do it's preferable that you use a quad core processor because it works much better having 4 cores, and you want to have one that's at least 2 gigahertz. But what you want to do, go to any of these, start programs, like for example, PDA.NET exe. What you want to do is set the alternative, and for applications like this, you want to go to CPU 2. Now it's actually CPU 3, but it starts at CPU 0 and then counts 1, 2, 3. Alright, now we want to go to this audio program, and which is just a Realtek audio driver, and we want to go to alternative, and we want to unselect CPU 1, 1, 0, and or CPU 0, 1, and CPU 3. We only want to use CPU 2, or we can call it CPU 3. It's basically the third processor on the list. Now, we're going to go to this Netgear program, to the alternative. See, we have it on CPU 3. Now, Solo set. Now, if you have some pre-installed programs which you don't really, use a whole lot, but you still, they don't really get in your way, and sometimes they crash. Like, for example, I have Solo, which I don't really exactly use, but I'm not really, I don't really mind it. I'm not sure what good it does. It's sort of a program manager, but I had some problems with it crashing. So what I'm gonna do is set it to the 4th processor on CPU 4, and that should help. Now you want to do the same for any related programs. Like sometimes a certain program will have certain deals and nulls, which are program instructables, which should be right underneath the XEX or EXE file or program. So you just set all the alternatives on all of the nulls and dulls to the same program. Alright, well, that's all for this video. And it also helps that, well, you want to make sure that you label your USB ports, because if you plug in, too many USB devices into the same port, you could, cause issues with the with certain USB ports. So you always want to label them, and if you use different USB devices, like for example, you sometimes use, talk about devices like mass storage devices, like, for example, if you want to transfer stuff to your phone and you only have it, connected to the computer temporarily, or any temporary device that you use mass storage just to, either copy files, transfer files, or maybe you want to use Foxfi like I do with my phone. Well, you have one designated port you want to use and mark as mass storage. And on this one, I used the 3.0 USB port, since that one is the fastest one connected straight to the motherboard. But anyway, that's all for this video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.